What exercises would you recommend for staff to help find the silver lining or overall meaning of this event in order to give us hope for the future? And of course, when we think of exercise, sometimes we just think of, physical, but please speak on the mindfulness meditation as well.
Sure. I think really broadly, when we are kind of sheltering in place and at home during that downtime, nature has a way of slowing us down when we need to slow down, both individually, when we succumb to a flu, or societally more broadly. So I think that this is a really great time to look at our practices, our routines, and if there's any positive health behavior that you've been really wanting to incorporate into your daily routine. They say it takes 3 weeks, to establish a habit. Well, this is a really great time to think about what habits we might want to incorporate into our daily routines. We will invariably, inevitably ascribe meaning to this experience. That's part of what makes us human.
Yes.
That's inevitable. Ascribing meaning to our challenges, our fears, and even our traumas. It's part of what makes us human beings. But as far as exercise is concerned, I think that really you got to fit it in, and don't let the perfect be the enemy of the good. I really, the whole idea that we need a gym, in order to exercise, I think that we really need to revise our mindset in that regard. I
Definitely.
think that, we also need to reflect for a moment about what types of exercise we enjoy doing. Because ultimately we're good at what we like and we like what we're good at. It's just, again, part of our nature. But
Yes.
I think that really, really um, getting a bare minimum of 30 minutes of moderate intensity exercise 5 days a week is actually a good starting point, and that can be a brisk walk. It can be any household routines that you may have, and also a lot of companies are making their materials available online for free
Yes.
over these next 30 or 60 days. So that's part of our resource list that we've put together as within our physician wellness committee. And so keep a lookout for these types of resources. We'll be sharing them, and we also want feedback from other people. What other people might be doing. Hey, here's a resource that is looking at yoga. This is a resource that's making mindfulness and meditation free for the next several days. There are many different resources out there. You may need to experiment with one or more in order to find ones that really resonate with you. It's less about what modality you use and more about the consistency with which you use it. That is really key. So if you're going from couch potato to some moderate intensity exercise, that's a plus. That's really going to be important for your immune system, your physical and mental health. If and mindfulness also, there are so many different resources out there, when it comes to apps that you can use, and online resources in order to really strengthen your practice, and really utilizing this sort of telecommunity that we're developing gradually, utilizing all of these teleconference methods that we've been utilizing in the context of our daily operations. Really
Hmm.
using them for self-care also is important. I've heard of people who are doing everything from virtual happy hours to yoga sessions,
Yes.
meditation sessions, exercising together. Really maintaining that sense of community and accountability in order to maintain these behaviors as well as we can during this time.
Right. Uh, just piggybacking on what you said, I know the word of the day today is physical distancing, not social distancing. So I think this time has kind of forced us to be really innovative and creative in how we socially connect virtually while
Right.
physically being distant from each other. So it's definitely brought about some really creative and innovative telecommunication and socializing for sure.